Okay, this is a review for the 2 days of PSLE Science Masterclass training. So those of you with this book, right, you review those questions that have been discussed. For those of you who have not attempted, right, you can use the QR code that's being shown in certain questions to review the questions. So like, for example, here I told you, right, describe and explain what's the difference between these two. You can scan the QR code here to revisit what I have taught you in the class. And then this question also, understand how we can obtain fresh water from seawater. And this is the model answer, which I have guided you how to answer this part. Okay. This question during the 2 days we did not go through, so you attempt yourself, scan the QR code, and actually the suggested answers are provided here. So you can do self-reference, self-study. And similarly for this, the answer keys are given here. Okay, try to do it yourself before looking at answer key. Okay, here's also one question to analyze why this student did wrongly, the concepts that were being presented wrongly, and the correct concepts written here. So you look through this one, and this as well. These are the questions that is actually commonly tested. So you take note of this page. Actually, there are 3 possible answers for these questions, which I've gone through with last year's student. It's under water cycle. So these are questions is very open-ended. So as long as you give reasonable answer, either increase, decrease, or remain the same, these 3 answers are acceptable. So you go home and take note. Okay, this is a revision for digestive system in B3. And this one, do remember all the key scientific concepts. Okay, all these answer keys are actually provided in my book. This book. If you flip to page 82 and beyond, right? Behind the answer key are there, including those questions which I have discussed yesterday and today. From page 82 onwards, you can flip to the page. You can see this one. Answer key there, you can check. In fact, I've gone through some with you today. So you can fill in the blanks, do your self-marking here. Okay, when doing ray diagram, please use ruler. Don't use freehand. Use ruler to draw, ruler and pencil. And this one also, the reflection one. Okay, use ruler. Heat topic, as I mentioned, is heavily tested in PSLE. There's a chart which I have explained to the student, the type of questions and the percentage tested. Okay, so look through these important key concepts. And also this important thing, comparison between photosynthesis and respiration. What's the difference? Once again, there's an important thing to take note. There's a QR code here. So I advise you to scan this QR code. You will see me explaining this concept again to you. Okay, and then I put this SCDF is a scientific dictation focus, scientific concept dictation focus, like SCDF in Singapore. So this one you got to know at the fingertips. So for example here, right, rate of photosynthesis is increased by all these 5 factors. Okay, and also commonly tested rate of evaporation. Okay, rate of evaporation, there's one that's unique, humidity. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. So if the humidity is high, rate of evaporation will be low or decreased. So can you see, if it's high, go up, right? The rate of evaporation is decreased. And we have gone through this. This one we have gone through earlier. And adaptations, this topic, not sure whether tested this year because last 2 years we moved. So I hope that it will be tested because it's quite interesting to learn. You can scan the QR code to understand more about the adaptations of the hour and this memo here. And also adaptations of plants. Global warming was removed last 2 years. This year, not sure whether it's tested. So this one, you do your self-revision if your school is testing the topic, which I think will be announced when school reopen. So you can scan the QR code to find out more about global warming. Okay, this one you must memorize. This one I put here, must memorize. Okay, these are the important key concepts. You can get the answer from page 82 and onwards. Yesterday we stopped at a question here, right? I told you. I think we stopped here. So this two is because it's due to animals adaptation. Yeah, this is the part where actually parents will be interested to know the type of questions and the percentage tested from 2017 to 2019. Okay, the percentage tested. Okay, these 3 years were the full PSLE script. That's why it's better to analyze this one. Because last year, 2020, right, and 2021, the last 2 years, it was not the full PSLE paper. They removed 3 topics. But now MOE adopt living with COVID. Living with COVID means I hope that they will continue to test all the topics. Okay, for this one. So coming back to here, continuation. Let me rotate back. One more. So continue with this, the key concept. Okay, so you look through. I have gone through some important PSLE question with you. Primarily those I've discussed, like this one on forces one. So this is a good question to master it, because this kind of question commonly tested, and the interpretation of spring graphs. Okay, so you have learned this, and conversion of energy, and also another spring graph down here, this one. Compare between the stiffness of spring. So all these answers can be referred and checked from page 82. This one we did it today, this question. So you do your self-checking. This is which we did today also. Okay, so you run. Okay, you take note of this. This is a very good question. Okay, page 68, 19. Because a few years, right, consecutively they test these questions. This question. So you answer this one, the concept tested, to help you in answering all this. And this from your book is black and white, so you can see carefully. Actually, this is my personal cup. My son did this experiment and cracked my cup. So instead of scolding him, I tried to contain my anger by converting it to a question. Okay, because my son, he used my favorite cup, he put the water inside and put it in the freezer. So the expanding ice and the contracting porcelain caused the cup to break. Okay, caused the cup to break. Because you know, ice actually has a different property. It expands when it's being cooled, or water. Because when water, yeah, you can try this at home. You go and put something, fill up to the top with water, and it's frozen, the thing will expand. Okay, and this we went through today as well. This one we went through yesterday. Okay, this one you can check the answer key there, and this we went through just now. Food packaging also, commonly tested question. So you look through this book. So if you look, actually there's some interesting, from here, page 82, just to highlight to you, these are all the answer key. There are all the solutions I put forward. You can check your own answer. And then behind, there's some interesting jokes for you to de-stress. If you turn to this page, 95, jokes and teaser to de-stress. Okay, you can test yourself some of these readers which I put inside there. So you make good use of this book. Okay, and behind there are some colorful photographs. Okay, some colorful photographs to inspire your learning about the existence of Stegosaurus. We use this animal to teach about animals' adaptation. Remember, the hard plate side, the bony plates, and also possibility of dinosaur. Because you see, actually dinosaur is under dragon. So the Chinese zodiac, right? All their 12 animals. So it's quite unlikely that they put a fake animal there. So that means all these were real, including the dragon. The dragon is actually the previous name for dinosaur, because the word dinosaur only formed in 1841. So before 1841 is actually called dragon. Okay, so you look at this. This is also related to science, deductive reasoning. How can the human being put 11 real animals and one fake animal? So this one worth thinking. Worth thinking. So it's deductive reasoning. And I encourage you to visit this museum, the Lee Kong Chian Natural History Museum, to enrich your science learning. Because the Singapore government has borrowed at least two, the Brontosaurus from the United States, to display to our people living in Singapore. Lee Kong Chian Natural History Museum. And these are my stamp collections. So the dinosaur bone is actually this, the Brontosaurus. You turn to your book, it's clearer. This is a stamp from South Korea. Okay. South Korea. So maybe this animal also pre-existed in South Korea. And it was made into a stamp in 1991. So I have this science Howard dinosaur theory for you to read. Okay. Something you can do after PSLE. Okay. So now I need you to do a simple survey to gauge my teaching here. So you fill in this form, which I will be giving you shortly. So you avoid writing, okay, you know what to do because you are my own student. Only for those who are not my students, you can do this. Not my regular student, but if you want to do also can. Yeah, enough. So let you do also. Let you want to do. Show one. Okay, so you fill out this survey form. So I would ask you to rank this. So you put 5 is the highest, 1 is the lowest. So avoid neutral. Okay, avoid neutral means try to avoid putting 3. 3 is neutral. So this is the feedback on my 2 days of training on the 14th and 15th of March. Okay, thank you. So once you're done, you can pack up. And I wish you all the best in your revision. Your next exam is the SA1, right? SA1. So for those parents who are out there, maybe you missed this March training. I have one more 2-day course in June. So June holiday, I have actually 3 runs. Okay, that means there are 3. You can choose 3. Yeah, because during the June training, some of the questions will be different. Because by then I would have collated different schools SA1 paper questions. So during the June holiday, if any of you want to come, right, there will be some part where I repeat the concept, but the question will be different. Because I'll be using different schools SA1 paper question this year to test your application. Okay. So June, actually, I have another 2-day course, similar like what you learned today. But the questions that you have done through to the worksheets will be different. Okay, so you stay tuned. I already published the dates for the June training, which I can announce to you now. The June training, the first training actually starts on the 6th and 7th June, is a Monday, Tuesday, like what we did today. The second one is 16 and 17, is a Thursday and Friday. Okay, the last one actually is something unique. The run 3, I split into 2 days, but these 2 days are online, suitable for students who will stay very far and don't want to come here. So that would be 21st and the 24th. That's online. So the first 2 are on site in Beauty World Center, level 316. So take care, God bless, stay safe. Enjoy your reopening of school term 2. Term 2, right? Yeah, when school reopen, it's term 2. So your SA1 also will be in term 2. Take care, bye-bye.